Hi, this is Paranormal Encounters, and I'm your host, Brenda McGee. Today we are doing something special. We're having a gala with Reverend Gail Hicks, which means she's going to be giving messages. We have Scott here and Christine in the audience. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And Gail, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Well, I'm an ordained minister and I'm a spiritualist, and I've been gifted since I was little, since I was 5. And I work with guides and teachers and loved ones and pets, and I do healings, and I'm very excited about being here today.
Well, I know that you have a lot that's going on, that's coming up.
Yes.
And there's a lot of classes, a lot of meditations and things like that. How would someone see this, what you're offering, and
Yes.
how would they get in touch with you?
Well, probably the best would be to go to the Facebook fan page, or that's what they call it. So it's Spiritual Light Center at Canton Mediums. And my office is in Canton, Mass. And it has all the schedules for all the events. So like this Friday, my sister's coming in town, and we're doing Psychic Sisters. I'm doing Spirit Flame Christmas cards, and my sister doing Astro Billets, because she does astrology. And we're doing that on Friday, so we still have availability for that. And then, of course, I'll be at your place doing a class, a basic mediumship class, on that Monday, the 11th. And then I have other events and other meditations that are on there. And also, I also offer, if people want to have a group event at my office, then I can teach whatever class they would like for their family or friends, if it's not on my schedule. Or I could do a private gala for them at my office too. So.
And don't you do house?
I do house parties, and I'm an M&M. I'm a mobile minister, so I travel. So if you can't get to me, I'll drive to you. Yes.
Now you're on Facebook too.
Yes.
So is that under Reverend Gail Hicks or?
No, just under Gail L. Hicks. You know.
Okay.
So it's just my regular page.
And what is your website?
It's revgailhicks.com, or if you forget I'm a minister, you can just do gailhicks.com.
You can be Googled.
Yeah, and you can Google Gail. Yes. Yeah.
So now, what is it that you're going to be demonstrating tonight?
I am going to give like straight clairvoyance. That's what we call old school, like regular stand-up mediumship or stand-up clairvoyance. And the way I work, I get loved ones. I don't say that's my forte. Prophecy's more my forte. So when I get messages, I hear through my guide or guides. So Little Sparrow, my joy guide, will help me, or Dr. Bigelow. So we'll have one talk here and one over here. I always tell the women to come to the left and the men to come to the right, so I can discern who's coming, because that's really the most difficult, is who do I have. And then Dr. Bigelow will help me with if it's a mom or a dad or an Indian guide or whoever. And what's really nice when you do stand-up clairvoyance, I love to give a message from a loved one and a guide, but I'll get the guide first usually, or I might get the mom or the dad or the sister. But the more whoever I'm talking to, the guest or whatever, I'm touching in with them, the more they breathe, the better the connection is, because we all forget to breathe. And then if they say yes, or I understand, and then I'll start to hear them more, and then I get the images and stuff, and I just say what I get. I think what's really important about mediumship is you have to get yourself out of the way if you're doing straight spirit communication. You don't just throw out a J or a B or this name. You say what you get, because it kind of just falls into your head, and you have to trust spirit. So it's really like going out on a limb, but your validation is you just say it, and the person says yes, 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 or that's for me, thank you very much. And the more they say yes, or even if they say no, then you go, wait a minute, well, what was it? Then sometimes later on, the person will be driving home and go, oh my gosh, that's what it was. It's like, wow, you could have had a V8. So sometimes things you kind of miss out, or you forgot, or you think about it later, or you call the person later and say, hey, that's right, this really happened, or I had to ask somebody, I didn't know who that was. Then you find out that it was their great uncle and they never knew them, So it's really wonderful. So I always tell people when I do my galas and stand up, I'm just as excited as you because I don't know what I'm getting either. And if I get it right, then I'm going to do like the Cabbage Patch or woohoo. And then I tell you I have spiritual Tourette syndrome, that's my word, by the way, because I go woohoo, you know, so it means that I got it right. But I love giving messages to, not just to connect, but if you're thinking of a question in your head, or if I'm doing stand-up clairvoyance, I always like it if you have a question rolling around in your head, because my guides will figure out what it is and tell me the answer for you. And if not, like if I was doing billets where I'm holding it, I get the names of your loved ones and your guides, and then I answer your question, I go into the next billet. So it's nice too. But, you know, as long as you have the energy of the people when you're working a group, you just kind of wing it. That's my other one. Right. But if I know who I'm sitting for, or if I'm doing a small group, I like everybody's name, and I meditate on their name and say their name over and over. And the more I say their name, the more I hear more about them, or the loved ones come in. So that's how my guides and my teachers at Camp Chesterfield, where I went to school, they said, this is how you really build your mediumship. Right. So there you go.
So whenever
I'm ready?
Yeah,
all right,
whenever you're ready.
Okay, cool. All right, whenever I'm ready. Okay, yes, I will. And so I'll be talking to, not Brenda over here, but I'll be talking to my guide here, and I always like pull my hair back, even though I don't need to, but it's just a thing. So I have my guide, Dr. Bigelow, and Little Sparrow is so excited about being here, and she was singing a song while I was driving here for you, Christine, and she's talking and singing and talking, so I'd like to touch with you first. Okay, and so remember to breathe. and just say yes or no. And like what's funny is Dr. Bigelow will say, please tell him to say yes or no, because people go, and he always says, well, what are they, a hostage? Like you have duct tape? And is it a yes or no? That's what I came, I don't know, but so I have to look and see. So the first thing I wanted to say is, well, they're very excited you're here, but also someone that's very, very excited that you're here is, I really felt that your mom is in the world of spirit, because I saw my mom. And so I thought, oh, good, my mom's bringing mom. So, and I know that your mom's in spirit, and you're like my little battery over here. I just love it. And but your mother's come in, and she is real excited about something. It's a project. She says it's a long-awaited project that you've put on the back burner for a while, and she says it's finally coming to the forefront. And she said, you're kind of looking confused. That's what I just heard, because you're like, oh no, another project. Christine's like, I've got enough projects. But it's something that your mom used to do. It's kind of a project she would do. And she wants you to know that she's helping you. And there's also something, I don't know what that is. What is it? Okay, so she's showing me these boxes. So I don't know, are you reorganizing things or unpacking some stuff?
Yeah.
Kind of?
Yeah.
Kind of. Is there a room that we're redoing and moving stuff out of it? Because she's talking about shifting and redoing a whole room. Are you reconnecting a room for yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And also, are you going to paint? Because I see all these colors coming out. So I don't know if you're getting color swatches. I love it, Little Spur showing color swatches. Are you thinking also about painting this room?
We've painted it. I've already painted it.
You've already painted. Okay, well, good. You've already painted. All right, so your mom's also talking about that you've got a lot of shipments coming to you. I don't know if you shop on Amazon or all this, but there's a lot of shipments coming to the house, and I know it's the holiday season coming up. But your mom says that everything that you ordered or you're putting in order is coming into fruition for you. And also, it's not your mom. Yes, sir. Also, I'm hearing that presently something going on with your work is It's going to get hot in the kitchen. That's what I just heard. So, but that's good. That's a Southern term. Like that means something really good, not like, oh no. But they're cooking with gas. So something at work that you really are wanting, I almost feel like they're going to turn up the volume or you're going to get a promotion. Are you in the middle of something at work where you're wanting a promotion or to move into a different position?
Yes.
Okay, so not now. So I don't know when the fiscal year is over. I don't understand what they're talking about, or like if it's over in November or the fiscal year is over in December. But I'm seeing like, well, that was March 21st. I'm seeing like March 21st, like over the top of your head, I'm looking up because they're showing numbers. I always get a chalkboard, so I have to look. And so between now and March, I feel they're going to keep turning up the volume on you. So it's good. So you're being amped up. Don't you like that, Christine?
I do.
Okay. So it's going to be exciting because I feel like, whatever you're doing for work, I almost feel like I'm bored, like it's the back of my hand, like I know what it looks like. It's the same thing. So you want something more. And I don't know if you're taking a class or you're tweaking something on the computer or some kind of program you're having to learn. But my guy, Dr. Bigelow, says, you don't need to worry about it. It's just going to fall into place. And you need to say, yes, I will take that. So when they offer it to you or say, hey, you're really qualified for that. We would like you to take on this. Don't think it's just an added responsibility without extra cha-ching, because that's going to come. Because you're putting out, that's what I'm hearing, your guides are talking about, oh yeah, your Indian guides coming out, oh no, we're putting out that we're going to have this raise. And you really deserve it. So there's a lot of changes at work that are around you, but they're not going to affect you, but you're going to move up, is what I'm hearing.
Good.
So are you excited? Yeah. And your mom is really excited about the holidays, and she's talking about, do you have a, I always call that one of those long tables. When you first walk in the foyer, this is a Southerner, you walk in the front and you have the beautiful long table and you put your keys on it, one of those. Do you have a walkway foyer where you walk in?
Yeah.
Do you have your mom's picture there or family pictures?
It was her table.
Is the table, is it her table?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was wondering. So I see the table and she's loving what's going on. So just know your mom's always coming in and out in the entrance. That's what it is. Your mom likes to make an entrance. That's what she says to tell you. And that she loves you very much. And I don't know. I don't bake. Does your mom bake, or is there something special she made during the holidays that you're going to bake this year? Okay, good. Yeah. What is it? I don't know what it is.
Her mashed potatoes.
Her mashed potatoes. Do you serve it with gravy?
No gravy.
Oh,
no gravy needed.
Okay, just mashed potatoes. All right. Well, she's all excited about that, and she loves you very much. And also, yes, sir. I also got, when I meditated on you, about a lot of healing. So I don't know if you've been praying for a lot of healing, or wanting a lot of healing, or you do a lot of healings. Does this make any sense?
All of it. All of the
okay,
above.
All of the above. I'll take it. All right. So just know that your prayers are being heard, and your guides. And you, I'm not. And you don't. When I tell you, like, you have a healing nun around you, you don't have to be Catholic to receive one. There's just all the different types of healers. You could have a priest or a brother or a nun or Native American. But yes, and your mother's not named Mary or Marie or Margaret, right? Because I got that earlier, but I really feel that there is like a Sister Margaret, or she just corrected me, Marguerite, that works with you, and her color is rose, a pink rose, not the rose color, but a real beautiful pink. And she's sending you a lot of healing because that's what you've been asking for, healing. But she also works with you. So I will leave you with that.
Oh, okay. So that's the nun's name?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
Sister Marguerite. She's really pretty. And she works with St. Teresa of the Rose. St. Teresa of the Little Rose, because I can smell the roses. So yeah. So you can look her up and look up the symbology of that. But she works with you, and she's really excited.
Thank
and
you.
blessings to you.
Thank you.
All right, did I do okay?
Yeah.
Okay, all righty. All right, Miss Christine, thank you. Yes, I will. So my little joy guide is just so excited to be with Scott. So Scott, I'd like to touch with you now. First and foremost, you know, she says she's so excited you're here because you're so busy, it's hard to track you down. And she says, you know, sometimes spirit tries to slow you down. It's like, you know, like those old cartoons where they tap something down on the, like nail something to the floor and it keeps running around and around. That's kind of like your energy. You're always spinning around like a whirling dervish. And so I think, you know, and you don't have to be wound up. You just naturally are, which is great. But I'm hearing, she's talking about that you have to slow down so you don't get under the weather. But she's saying that it's a good time for you to pace yourself. Also, your Indian guide's coming in here. He's got a huge headdress. And have you meditated on your Indian guide before?
Yes.
And did you already get a name for him? Because I also hear you've got 3 around you.
Okay.
Even though they're right behind you too, and yours is right there. But there's this beautiful one, and he's got this, his shroud that's over, he's got his feathers, but he keeps saying, oh, my name is War Bonnet, but he's Red War Bonnet. And I don't know what the symbology for red. He says red is because he brings you a lot of power. And this is not your protector. This is more the shaman that comes in for healing. So I really feel he's coming in to help you with healing. But also he says you are very much a healer. Because with your work, he says you make people beautiful. But you're always working in a very important part of their body. You're working from the heart chakra up. You know, being in the industry as a hairdresser. So it's interesting that while you're making people beautiful, you're touching in from their heart chakra to the throat chakra and the main chakras. So there's always about this illumination. And he says with your energy and how you make people feel, there's a transcendent energy. So like, he's talking about your chair. Like, I don't know. Not that we're going to put heebie-jeebies on it, which are good. That's a good heebie-jeebie.
Yeah.
So we're going to put like energy in the chair that for everybody that sits in your chair and everything, that not only do they get healed, that there's a generation of receptible energy coming back. So there's going to be a recharging. Like, I'm not telling you to put them in the chair and spin them around till they get dizzy or something, but
Be fun.
he said, yeah, there you go. You can do that and push them up and make them down and all that. But he's talking about that you have a lot of healing abilities and that you really don't get a chance to like, oh, you know, let me offer Christina healing or Brenda healing. It's not like you're offering healings, but you need to know that unconsciously you're doing it at work, you know. And, you know, when you're washing if you wash their hair and do all that stuff and all that, you're working in their auric field, making them feel really good. So there's this wonderful spiritual realm around you that maybe you knew of, but he wanted to make sure that you know that he's working with you when you're working with your clients. And he's kind of picky. So are you really picky about certain people you work on or when you take them during the day? Because he's showing me your schedule, your Indian guide, like, and then he was erasing some people out, like maybe she need to have some time off. So I don't know if you book back to back or overlap or I don't know. It looks pretty messy. Is your book really messy?
No, I'm pretty strict about that,
Oh,
actually.
good. So don't be booking. You know how some people overlap. So make sure, like, if it gets to a point and you have a space open, which I don't think that ever happens, then just leave it open.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about your organization and everything, and that it's okay for you to have, you know, a half day or whatever.
Yeah, I have to skip lunch a lot, so.
Well, we don't want to skip lunch
No.
anymore. That's like the most important meal of the day besides breakfast. No, food is important. So also, he's saying that if you are skipping lunch, you have to feed your body something, something really good. And yes, and your doctor doctor of chemistry is working on you, and there's going to be some new energy coming your way. And well, Chief Red Warbonnet said, oh, well, I have to do with that too, so because he's sending healing. So the two of them are working on your energy. So 2018, because it's a master number, because it's going to be an 11, that has to do with a lot of energy shifting for you, that it's a year of mastering things for yourself. And they're really excited about that. They're very excited about that. I have no. And would you know a Samuel, or either one of you know a Samuel?
No.
I get a Samuel. And then, well, I'm going to go back to no, Scott. And Scott, do you know your master teacher by chance?
No.
Okay, well, I would meditate on Master Samuel, because there's a Samuel here. No, you're not an uncle. No, he's not an uncle or a family member. To me, he's more of a master. Yeah, he's shrouded like a master teacher. So I'm feeling him stepping in with you and your vibration. And he's sending a wonderful energy, because he's all this dark teal color, these teal blues, kind of, well, not the color of these chairs, but really a deep teal blue. Sending you.
I painted my bedroom that color.
You did? Well, Master Samuel, and you had the color swatches, and now you got that. So, but he's showing me this wonderful color, and it's very healing for you. So that's good that you painted your bedroom that color. So maybe meditate on him and read up on some of the attributes of him. But he's coming in to help you with some greater lessons, since 2018 is a really intense time, I guess. And my guy, Dr. Bigelow, is talking about, are you physically moving? Do you own your home?
I own it, yep.
Do you want to sell it?
It's my plan eventually that I won't be living there.
Okay.
But I would use it as like a rental property maybe.
Okay. All right, because next year, you're not looking, but next year, this is it. You'll be out having fun or something, and then you're like, wow, that's for sale. And I think it's like a place you've always really liked or driven by, or it's in the neighborhood you want or something, or it's closer to the town or wherever you want to be. But I almost feel like it's a steal of a deal. And like, you don't have to have a bidding war, but you might want to go, hey, I'm just going to put an offer out and see what happens.
Okay.
And that would be more towards May. Middle of May. It's going to be before Memorial Day. But I'm going to see you're not looking, everything's hunky-dory, you're fine. But all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's, I want to go in. That's an open house. And you just go in, and it's like, wow, this has this. And, and I think you're not even thinking about buying. But it's like, hey, what's the offer? And then so then things move ahead. And I think it's because something wonderful and relationships and everything's going to shift with you. And so I don't want to say it's a bigger, better place. I just think it's ideal, and it's like a dream come true, because it's the space you want and everything. Whatever the list is when you buy a house, location, this. And it doesn't have to do with schools. It's just in a wonderful area. It's very natural. And it's got a great view.
That's important.
Yeah, it's got a great view. As long as it has a deck, so Brenda and I can come over and hey, hang out. So, but I do see that that's an opportunity coming up in the summer for you next year.
Awesome.
But things are working really well with you both. And both of y'all's auras, they're not really blending, but you got Master Samuel all over that teal, but you have your Chief Red Warbonnet. He's really focused on that. There's this beautiful lime green over you with the teal blue, but I feel that's a lot of healing that they're sending you. And your Indian guide's winged. It's winged. I have like a chief wild turkey, but he says no. You don't have a turkey. But I don't think yours is an osprey. But I would say you have like a golden eagle, because I don't know why I keep doing. Hey, quick, hold my hand. So it's like you have a winged. I'm winging it here, but you have a winged Native American guide that's coming in, and I know what you're doing. So do you do healings? Okay, so do you do aura, aura wiping?
No, well, yeah, no.
Well, no, yeah,
When I remember.
Well, guess what? You're coming to a theater near you. So you're going to be, hey, you're going to
Clearing.
be doing clearing because I see this golden eagle coming in saying, either we're dusting off our feathers or whatever he's doing, but he's talking about doing a lot of clearing with you and a lot of clearing. So I would like to let you know that he is with you, and this is a healer working with you. He's talking about us getting more grounded and focusing on certain areas because you have great energy for magnetic healing. Or you don't actually, you have the magnet. That's why I'm doing this. So, but work with that and invite him to be with you. I find that when I heal, I have certain guides that specifically say they want to come just to be around me when I heal. So I call it my healing staff. So I have like 9 guides, and they gather around the table, and you actually can feel them holding on to you while I'm touching into you. So it's wonderful. So invite him because he really wants to come remove stuff from people.
Okay.
And he said, sorry, it's like a private joke in my head, but he said, oh, and I'm going to remove it from you too. That's what he said. So that's wonderful. And blessings to you.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, and then, wow, should I give you a message since I'm sitting so close? She's my little battery. And then, yes, yeah. I just want to tell you from your mom that she's so thankful all her prayers came in. And she said everything's going to be fine. And that's all she wants you and the whole family to know, that everything will be just fine with him. Yeah. And she's like, I don't know, I do that. You know how you cross your fingers, you cross everything? I was like, okay, and she's doing the I Dream of Jeannie thing. So she says, nope, don't have to do that anymore. It's all good. It's all good.
Excellent.
So I want to let you know that.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
So tell us one more time how people can get in touch with you.
Well, you can go to gailhicks.com or revgailhicks.com or my fan page, which is Spiritual Light Center at Canton Mediums. Yeah, and you can find me there. Or you just call me.
Yeah. Well,
508-736-7338.
great.
Yes.
Well, thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
having
It
us.
was so
Thank
nice
you.
having you. And if you have any questions or you want to get in touch with me, you can email me at paranormalencounterstv9@gmail.com. And thanks for watching.